Okay, so this is the Big Guy movie reviews. Our second movie today is going to be Ouija, Origin of Evil, directed by Mike Flanagan, the man that directed Oculus, a good film that I enjoyed about Haunted Mirror, but I did find it a bit overrated because I knew the ending before it happened, and it took away from the suspense of the movie to me. And if you know the ending before it happens and you don't feel any suspense, then it's not that great of a movie to me. But there were a lot of other people that did like that movie, so whatever. Mike Flanagan also did the movie Hush, which is on Netflix, and that's a really good movie, a really great thriller. And when I heard that he was directing a prequel to a Ouija movie, I was like, really? You're directing the prequel to the Ouija movie? Alright, that might be interesting. Because the previous Ouija movie back in 2013 was terrible. And to find out that they're doing another Ouija movie, this time it's a prequel, but they're adding Mike Flanagan to be the director, that's an interesting idea. This movie's set in the 1960s. It's about a single mother and her family. Alice Zander, played by Elizabeth Reeser, is running this scam where she pretends to do seances for people who want to contact their dead relatives. And she thinks she's helping them out by getting them closure and putting on this act and having her daughters help out with the act. But the act is not creating enough money, and she really needs to get some more money and try to spice up the act. So her daughter, her oldest daughter, Lena, played by Annalise Basso, suggests, why don't you get a Ouija board? That could help spice up the act a bit. So Alice gets a Ouija board, and spooky things begin to happen when the youngest daughter, Doris, played by Lulu Wilson, starts playing around with the Ouija board and gets possessed by a ghost. And that's pretty much our movie. Also, we got a priest involved in with the film. Henry Thomas plays Father Tom in the film, and he's very good. And you got a love interest for Lena, Mickey, played by Parker Mack. And I have to say, I really did like this movie. I like the 60s tone. That was done very well. They even have the Universal logo being done in a 60s format. That's very cool. And they got cigarette burns. Cigarette burns is a term for the marks that you see in movies that were made in the 1960s to tell the guy that's operating the film reel to change reels. That was a nice touch that they put those burns in there. And the actors are really good in this movie too. Elizabeth Reeser does a great job playing the mom. I really did like her. Annalise Basso is a terrific actress. She was great in Captain Fantastic. And she was also in Oculus playing young Carrie Gillian. I really did like her in the film. Kind of wish she was playing Mary Jane in the upcoming Spider-Man movie because she looks like a young Mary Jane. But unfortunately, she's not playing Mary Jane. I hear the Disney actress Zendaya is playing Mary Jane in that movie, which doesn't totally make sense considering she doesn't even look like Mary Jane, but oh well. Then you have Lulu Wilson, who is a terrific young little girl actress, playing Doris. A lot of this movie rests on her because she's the main focus of the movie when she gets possessed by the spirit, and she's great. I really did like her, and the scares were very good. Henry Thomas, who plays the priest, was very good in the movie. Parker Mack, who plays Mickey, this guy's expendable. I really didn't care about this guy at all. I wish I did because I don't know how great an actor he is, but if they made some chemistry between him and Lena, now I think they did try to make some chemistry, but the chemistry really wasn't all that interesting that they tried to make. I might have been more invested with this character, but I'm really not invested with his character, so I really didn't care what happened to him all that much. As for the scares in this movie, the atmosphere is really good. The scares were pretty good in this movie, and it didn't scare me a bit. Unfortunately, some of the scares in this movie I've seen in other movies done better. And a lot of these scares felt like they were pulled out of other movies, really. And I don't really like it when I see scares that I've seen in other movies. And I've actually seen these scares done better. And there were some words that I've heard from other movies that were used better. Like, maybe we just move out of the house. Oh man, I just heard that from Insidious, or I heard that from The Conjuring. And both of those movies are much better films than this film. Not to say that this film is a bad film, I just think that they could have come up with something a little bit more original. But overall, I think this is a really good movie. I definitely think people should give this movie a chance. So I'm going to give this movie a B. It is a good horror movie, and surprisingly good horror movie, considering you're prequeling a bad horror movie. So check out Ouija, Origin of Evil.